And while you're doing that, we're going to move on. And if you're looking for someone that will capture the moments of today that will wow your heart tomorrow, Monique Shabaki with Digital Creative is your photographer. Their authentic, unique, and an elegant approach to photography will leave you at ease during your session and allow you to focus on living in the beautiful moments of the day. Monique.
Hello, thank you so much, Brandy, and thank you all for joining us. Yes, I am the founder of Digital Creative Photography. A little bit about me: I am married and have two beautiful boys. We're going through the fabulous, terrific twos with one, and then I have a 3 month old with the other. So, um, in a small like word, I am all about family. I'm all about capturing those moments that you have with your loved ones during your special day, whether it's the wedding or like your engagement session, or even one thing or trend that I have been seeing a lot more is people doing just couple sessions. If you're going out to Sedona, especially, that's one of the more popular, beautiful spots that people like to take photos. I am so willing to go with you, take a little backpack, go on an adventure, and capture those real and authentic moments that you just want to remember for the rest of your life. Plus, with social media, my turnaround time is fairly quickly, so that way you can post them on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all those fun little spots. So as far as the wedding day, what I like to do is help take charge of the timeline. If you don't have a planner, which they also help with the timeline, but say, like Brandy said, you can't afford it, that's fine. I can help you with that. As far as like figuring out the time of day that might be best for couples portraits, or especially in Arizona, winter, the sun sets super fast versus summer. We have long days, so I can definitely help you kind of gauge where in the day that might work best to get the best photos. If you're camera shy, no worries. I'm the same way, so I can kind of relate. But the prompts that I do have will bring out those authentic moments, kind of like this photo that you see, where it's just that joy in between couples and you still look good. So, you might be asking, Monique, what's this going to cost me? So I have a couple pre-made packages that are available to you. So starting from 4 hours up until all day. So the 4 hour package, just to give you an idea, would be about 1100. And then the all day coverage would be 29. And all of my packages include high res images, and you have printing rights. So if you wanted to go somewhere to print off your photos, you're free to do so. On my gallery, it does allow you to pick and choose stuff that you want to print there. But if you want to kind of shop around and see your options, you're more than welcome to do so. I also offer like wedding albums and things like that. So if you ever want to do like a Zoom chat, I have swatches and things that I can show you as far as customizing all of that stuff. So a couple facts are, I do ask for a 50% retainer fee just to book your date. Like I think it was Scott said, Arizona is opening up. So we are having a lot of people inquire about, vendors and booking dates and stuff. So the sooner you get on someone's calendar, the better. 50% for any of the packages. Again, my turnaround time is usually around 2 to 3 weeks. The busy season, it might be a little bit longer than that, but it shouldn't ever be longer than 6 weeks. Per the contract, it'll say no longer than 6 weeks. I travel all over Arizona. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm an adventurous soul, so I love traveling, all the way to from South Arizona to North Arizona. The drives don't bother me whatsoever, and everything that you see in the package, it's all inclusive. So what you see on the packages is what you get, no hidden fees or anything like that. So if you want to see my online gallery, you can always go to my website. That's digitalcrtv.com. And there's a couple albums that you should be able to see on there as far as weddings, actual weddings that I've done, and couples portraits, family sessions. If you happen to be in town and want to include some of your kiddos, I'm always open to do that. To answer Amy's question, or sorry, DNTWNs is downtown, I'm assuming. So how many pictures do you get in the diamond package? So it varies with, since that's 6 hours, that could be anywhere from about, I want to say 500 or more. So it just depends. So obviously the smaller packages are a little bit less, but the diamond package should be around 400 or more than that. Um, is there Photoshop or edit options to photos? Yes, so I do Photoshop or edit like light blemishes and stuff like that, like little imperfections I will try to fix. Anything that requires like a lot, we can discuss. You can always request. In my contract, there is a clause, I believe, like towards the bottom that says if there's any retouching that you want done, I will do the first round for free. So that's included in your contract. Anything outside of that, we can discuss like the time and the pricing for that. Do I have an assistant with you? Yes, I do. So my lovely husband is super amazing, and I just kind of drag him along with me if you do want a second shooter. If it's just me, usually it's just me. There won't be an assistant unless he is hired. But again, that's something we can discuss. Usually the hourly rate for that is about 75 to add the second shooter. And you know, again, the timeline and all of that, like how much you need, we can kind of figure out the details. If you don't want the second shooter the whole wedding, like I've had somebody book him just for 4 hours and me for the whole day, that's something we can do, and we can talk about whatever package works best for you.
So Monique, you're very much you're a custom package kind of girl. Like we
Yes.
start with your basic package outline, the framework, the structure,
Mhm.
but then we customize it. You customize it to what they need, and after this is after having that connection and that communication with them, where you ask all the right questions and get all the right information and
Yes.
do all that great stuff.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm all about trying to customize to your needs. And I will be completely honest. And if we're talking and you want the 6 hour, but I'm like, we could probably do this in the 4 hour if you're wanting to like rein in that budget. Like, I'm going to be straightforward and say that, oh, yeah, that maybe this other one works best for you. Or if you're the kind of gal that's like, I just want my whole day captured, then let's sign you up for the all day package, you know. So I'm super willing to chat with you and figure out what exactly your photo needs are, and then we can work around that. As
I'm going to jump in real quick and just say, to help you out here, Monique, second only to your planner and your spouse, the person that you're going to spend the most amount of time with that day will be your photographer. So as Brandy was describing about how you click and do you get along and do you like each other's personality, it is so important that you enjoy spending time with your photographer, because it will show in your pictures.
Mhm. Yes, definitely.
So I had the opportunity to work with Monique yesterday
Yeah.
up at Enchantment Resort in Sedona. And let me tell you, the way that she was able to make the people who were having their pictures taken, the images taken of, the way she was able to just pull emotion out of them with just a few words and to get them super comfortable with the way that she was posing them. I'm telling y'all, it's super important.
Yes. And thank you so much, Brandy, for that mini shout out. But yeah, so like I said, I tend to be camera shy behind the camera, which is ironic, but so I can kind of relate to people in that sense and try to pull out those like authentic emotions. So don't just take my word for it. Don't just take Brandy's word for it. Um, I would look me up on Wedding Wire. I have some reviews on there. You can always see what other people are saying, and kind of the details of what they felt were like the highlights of their wedding session. So we have a question in the chat.
It's a
Are
great question.
Yes,
It
are
is
we
a great
allowed to choose
question.
our own filter style or mood? So no, unfortunately. So if you are booking me, you are booking me for my style of how I edit. You can see my style on my Instagram page. Those are like the kind of like the highlights of what my mood is. If I were to put it in a word, I know like I'm not so much like the light and airy that you kind of see. I do like a lot of contrast, and I like my colors to pop just a little bit. So again, like everyone else is saying, you're going to book your photographer kind of based on your style, and if we click and have the same vision for your wedding, because my editing style is going to be unique to me versus like another photographer.
All right. Thank you so much, Monique. Do we have any more questions? Because if not, I think we might be playing the game again.
Well, oh, shameless plug. Thank you very much. I'm ready for some more play. So the first person in the chat who can say the word love gets to play the game next. Okay, Amy Taylor is definitely in love. Pardon the pun. I love it. So Amy, pick a letter and a color, and we'll see what the question and the prize is for you. Again, you can unmute or you